Hello everyone, you're listening to Reality Check. This is Georgie.
This is Tunde.
And today we're going to talk about how it feels like to be gay in Romania. So, Tunde, what's your input on this?
Well, I wanted to talk about this issue because yesterday I had a very interesting talk with one of my friends. She's a lesbian, and in the last period she started to attend a psychologist, and she was very pleased with what she's doing and how she's taking care of her issue. And then I asked her, okay, tell me about your last discussion with her and have you been talking about? And then
With the psychologist?
With the psychologist. So mainly her problem is that she knows she's a lesbian. She knew it for a long time, but she just can't accept the fact that she's a lesbian. Like she says that her life would be much easier if she would be straight, because she would be accepted by her parents. She would fit in the society better. She could have children like without all sorts of.
So, is she closeted or just sort of fighting with some denial? Or
No, the thing is that
do people know about her?
Yes, the people know about it, but even also her mom knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
Her father doesn't know about it. Her brother knows about it, but the thing is that she has a girlfriend now, but she still thinks that it would be so much easier for her if she would be straight. Yeah, and then she was talking about the issue to the psychologist, and then the psychologist was mainly suggesting her to try to think about the trauma that could happen in her childhood that made her to become lesbian. And then we started the whole philosophy on the issue, because that what she was talking about was basically the reinterpretation of Freud theory, that everything that happens to you in your adult life is basically caused by your childhood experience.
So the psychologist thought that there might be something in her childhood that made her become a lesbian.
Yeah,
I
so it was basically what she was telling her, that she should think about this issue, as they can treat it together, as they can find a solution for her in order for her to become straight.
Okay.
So she was basically
I didn't know that you
considering.
can do that.
Yeah, that's what I said, because she was basically considering the whole thing as an illness, because you treat an illness and you can.
Psychologist. Who is this psychologist? Who recommended?
I don't know. She's a little bit old-fashioned, I think, and that's why I was very surprised to hear about this approach, because I don't think that becoming or being a homosexual is something that you can just get from somewhere. Or you can just wake up in a day and then just have the feeling that you're homosexual.
So, what did your
It's
friend
not
say? Was she really trying to find that moment when she
No.
became a lesbian?
No. She's really not trying to, but she, she kind of thought about it. Like it's not like she kind of knows that she's a lesbian and she knew it for a long time, but she's not sure if she's attracted just to girls or also to guys.
I see. Okay.
So that's why she was like kind of confused in several situations, and she's also considering of being married later to guy, even though like I don't know, she's a bit complicated, but um, like sexually and so she's attracted to girls, but like emotionally she sometimes considers of being with a guy.
I
That's why the
see.
psychologist kind of wanted to treat her to become more like a straight person.
I see. Okay.
So it's I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think
Well-
that somebody gets I don't know, just suddenly becomes gay, or is it something that you born with?
Well, I'm not a scholar in this subject. I don't there are as many stories as people, and just saying that this or that does not have to qualify for 100% of the people. Indeed, I do believe that some people are born this way and this is the way they are. I also believe that for others, something might have happened that
Okay.
changed their orientation, as dangerous as this might sound for me to say it.
Okay.
And also, I think that some people actually chose this because they just liked it more and they could be with a person of the opposite sex also, but they just like it more. So I think that things are not black and white, and it really,
Okay.
really depends on every person. But when it comes to the Romanian society where everybody is so conservative,
So
I think
close-minded,
that
yeah.
choosing to be gay or deciding to be gay is something that is very unlikely because it makes your life a lot harder in all aspects, starting from the fact that you're not looked with the same eyes, looked at with the same eyes by your family and by your closest friends, and ending with the fact that basically there are still um, there's still no government protection for these people when they're harassed, when they're rejected, when they're discriminated against, and stuff like that. So, choosing that in this context doesn't seem like something somebody would do, you know.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. And I don't know. She kind of feels this kind of pressure
Social
coming
pressure, yeah.
from the society because she wants to fit in. Like she's an artist. She's very talented. She's very smart and stuff. And she has a very supportive family. But even like that, her mom doesn't take her seriously. Like she took her courage to tell her like last year, but she still
Well,
thinks that
her mom is probably in denial.
she's like
Probably.
she's considering it as a phase, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get rid of it, like
She's in
you're gonna
denial.
forget about it, you know, like. And even now that her mom knows that she has a girlfriend, she's just always making fun of her. So she doesn't really believe her, and as I
Well,
said,
she
like
probably doesn't even comprehend the concept fully. I mean, she doesn't know all the details and everything that this means. Maybe it's just rumors she heard like on the TV or stuff like that.
yeah,
So it's not something that she really would know where to fit into her life.
yeah. And
But
also, like I don't know. In the other hand, like just imagining a very normal situation, you walking on the street with your boyfriend, and at one point you just kiss your boyfriend because you just feel like. But with gay people in Romania, it's not that easy. Like if they do the same, everybody will stare at that.
about that, can I ask you something? It's always bothered me. I mean, bothered me. I always wondered why do people, and when I say people, I mean the society and like both sides of this conflict, have to make such a big deal out of somebody's sexual orientation. On one hand, how I, first of all, sexual orientation mainly happens in your intimacy and like whatever you feel like expressing your love. Heterosexual people don't just walk around um, naked, touching each other most of the time. Uh, s- so nobody really knows what they do in their bedrooms. Maybe they are sadists or masochists or whatever, but they don't entertain it this much, and nobody knows about it, and they don't talk about it that much. But whereas with homosexuals, it's like such a big thing. I'm a
Yeah.
homosexual. Oh, you're a homosexual. Oh my god. So everybody just keeps talking about it like it's sort of everything there is to know about that person. But people are made out of so many like sides, and it's not something to just focus on solely on that. Okay, you're gay, and now I just put you into the gay category because being gay, to my knowledge and perspective, is something that you do, you love, you do in your home, you do like whatever.
Thing is that I think the biggest problem with this issue is in Romania that we we are living in a very, still very conservative culture, like society, and people are not open to these things. People are religious, and religion, it's not really supporting homosexuality.
Well, actually, just because it's such a conservative country, I think there's a double set of limits and boundaries. First, there's the boundary that polite people don't talk about sex. Polite people don't talk about their sexual lives. They don't ask questions about sex. They don't seek information about sex. They don't watch porn. Nobody watches porn in Romania. And then the next part that is like having sex with a person from the same sex, and that's like double crossing boundaries, and that's what makes it a lot more difficult because I'm a heterosexual. But if I were to walk to my mom and talk to her about my sex life, be it with a girl or a boy or whoever, she'd still be like outraged. Like,
Yeah.
this is not something you do.
Yeah, this is really not something you do. And the thing is that if maybe you're right, and if maybe if, when it comes to homosexuals, people are more focused on the sexual part, and they just feel so frustrated, and they are
Yeah.
imagining all sorts of very freaking, like very freaky and very strange scenes. Um, in fact, it should be pretty normal. I mean, it's just the same. It's just kind of I don't know, like not the same. It's something different because the majority is it's not in the same situation, but it's also normal. It's another normality. It's not something that is normal maybe for the majority of people, but it's
I
still something natural.
Actually, what I wanted to say is that I don't know why you need me to approve of your sex life. I don't know why you need my approval, and I don't know why I should have a say in this. It's
Yeah.
just something that we shouldn't be talking about in the first place. The fact that you sleep with this person or that person, with a girl or a boy, like this or like that, we shouldn't be talking about that. Call me conservative, but I mean, I don't care about what people do in their bedrooms. I just care of them being nice people, good people, loyal, honest, sincere, hardworking, and stuff like that. And it's especially hard in Romania because if heterosexuals would go out in the street advertising their sex life, like I don't know, like promoting the 69 position or something like that, people would be outraged too.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it would be just because it is sexual, because nobody says anything about don't hold hands or something like that. They just have something against this sexual part of things.
Yeah. Um, Anyhow, she told me about a very interesting scene. Like she was sitting in the my friend. She was sitting in the park with her girlfriend, and they were like kissing. And then nobody was around. They thought so. They thought that okay, they are free to do it. And then at one point, a little girl came, and she was staring at them, and it's like she said like, "You are two girls. Why are you kissing each other?"
Oh.
So it's like it's so early transmitted, like in the child. The child know already that it should be not natural because this is how people are raised. Because they see this picture of mom and dad, and I don't know. They just
I don't
consider
know
it.
specifically about your friend, but what I do know is that even in Romania, people are more open towards lesbians than gays, like men. So sometimes just being a lesbian would be considered hot or naughty or just something playful in a way. Okay, that's not good either, but I mean that people would be less judgmental and would emphasize less on it probably, other than when you find out that a guy is gay. Like most men, when they hear that somebody's gay, they're like, okay, does he want me? Does he want to sleep with me just because he's gay? I found out that my friend is gay. Oh my god, he has a crush on me or something. So they're just like defensive with it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna sleep with me just because you're gay, you know? But with girls, I think it's slightly easier, just a little
Um,
bit.
maybe, but it's also the thing that is not taken that seriously. I
Yeah.
think it's just like a phase, just
Yeah,
like
but
you're just
that's a
fooling
problem
around and
with women, like in all categories. They are not taken seriously many times. If you're good looking, the emphasis is on that. If you're bad looking, the emphasis is on that. If you're kissing a girl, the emphasis is on that. You have wearing a short skirt, the emphasis is on that. You're having a kid. So whatever women do, the emphasis is always on the wrong thing. But that's a topic for another discussion about Romanian and misogyny.
yeah, maybe next week we're gonna have the chance to talk about it. But until then, you just find us on Facebook, and we are waiting for your comments. So
On how it feels like to be a lesbian or a gay person in Romania. Thank you.
thank you.